Hello, it's the Eric Freeze, and today we're going to be doing a ceiling fan tour today at my father's house. So let's get started. The first fan's going to be an Encon Westinghouse Petite. This fan was put up in the bathroom. So let's do low speed. This fan does get used a lot. This is in the bathroom. There's no extractor fan, being this is our only source of fandom in here. It does actually push out a good bit of air for only having 3 blades. Pretty impressive if you ask me. Here's the medium speed. I can't run it on high or it'll scrape its motor housing. We don't run it on medium because it vibrates the ceiling, as you can hear. I love this fan. I guess it doesn't hit its motor housing anymore, but it vibrates like crazy. Next fan. Our next fan is this Hunter, which I don't know what the model name is, but this one's pretty neat because it's in the kids' room. Yeah. Well, let's try to see what we can do if we can get a low speed. This one used to work, but I've not seen it ran in the past year, so that's just probably the reason why. Yeah, I'm just gonna give up with this test. Let's move on to the next fan. Our next fan is this Hunter Westminster. I love this fan. This is probably my favorite one in the house. I need to set a new pole change. It's low. Here's the medium speed. Now the highest speed. Probably the fastest and most powerful fan in our house. This thing flies. This goes about as fast as our Hunter low profile 3 that's over at my grandparents' house. A lot of stuff in here, so it's really blowing everything around. When I expect to get a ceiling fan, I expect it to move this one chair, but usually they don't because they're cheap. I'm not doing spin down in this video. Here's the third ceiling fan. I actually had to open a window to actually prop this up in it. This is, I believe, a Home Trends. This one only works in reverse. It does work in downdraft where it makes a lot of noise. This one gets used a lot. This is probably one of the most used fans in the house. This one. And the one in the other bedroom. If you can hear that scraping noise, you can probably tell why it's not being used. Next speed. This thing makes it hard to pull the pull cord. Has LED light bulbs in it. So I believe this is a copy of the Harbor Breeze Cheshire. And I believe this is an actual Harbor Breeze Cheshire. It would have Harbor Breeze branding on it somewhere, which I didn't see it. It was originally a 5-blade fan, but it was swapped out before because the 1 blade bracket broke. Does make a lot of noise on high speed, but it does work. Pretty sure its bearings are just junk. I'm pretty sure that's what the problem with this fan is. But it does move a bit of air. If I go over here to your wall, I do feel a bit of breeze going on. And back to low speed, because that was the speed I found this on, and we'll flip its light switch off. Next fan. This is not a ceiling fan, but I'm going to use this as an honorable mention. This is a Galaxy Model 2150 fan, which we use in the attic. This room ceiling is too low for a ceiling fan. So we have this. This one doesn't get much use because no one really stays up in this room that much. We had a Aries desk fan, but it failed. Here's the medium speed. And then high. And oscillation. Here's the oscillations. Here's medium. It takes a while for medium speed to actually get up to speed. So it's pretty much the same as low. And apparently its oscillator's locked up. So, yeah. I guess we can't have it oscillate then. Well, let's make it at least oscillate to the center. This fan's in pretty rough condition, which is the only reason why it's over here, is because I don't live over here so much. And it just kind of sits here in this corner and blows the air conditioning downstairs. Because the downstairs, we don't have good air conditioning on the downstairs floor, and this room is being cooled by a window unit. Here's our fan for the downstairs. I believe when I turn this one on, it'll start off on low speed. We'll figure out. This is on medium speed. Here's a Hampton Bay Sussex. This is maybe my second favorite fan in the house. I really like how this one looks, even though it's a cheap Hampton Bay. It has an uplight. Doesn't work. That bulb also doesn't work. This thing's in pretty rough condition, I guess. It probably explains why the uplight's not working. Whenever I come over here, usually the uplight's on all the time. I don't think I've ever seen this fan with the uplight off. Next speed. Medium. I usually see this on low or medium, never really high unless if it's really hot down here, maybe get some air moving. But this room seems to have good air conditioning coverage. Probably because of that. And high speed. This was hit with like a ball or something, so now it's off balance, but when we moved in here, this fan was in perfect balance. It does move a decent amount of air. It has those really wide blades. They look like paddles. This thing can really throw out some good air. The curtains are moving. There's some, actually over in the kitchen area, there's some flowers on a kitchen table that are being blown around by this fan. There's some paper towels and stuff up here that are also being blown around by this fan. This thing's pretty powerful. We'll do medium, because that's where I found it at. So let's cut this off. Actually, we'll do low. So there is the downstairs fan. And if my dad or someone is watching this, I am putting the fans back to their original positions when I'm done filming them, as indicated. I didn't touch the fans in any way, shape, or form while in the process of filming this video. Our next ceiling fan is right here. This is a 52-inch Alaska Bay. My dad actually today just hit one of the blades right here. So now this corner is all cracked and chipped. Rest in peace. I actually really like this fan, but when I first installed it out here, I put it on a plastic box because I was a dork. So let's turn it on. Here's low speed, and because it's Alaska, it starts up on low speed, and it's probably going to wobble like really bad because its blade's now all bent up. Here's low speed. Off. I don't know what I'm doing. This is medium. It could go right up to high speed, I don't know. Its pull chain's messed up. This looks like medium. Yeah, this fan's pretty beat, sadly. The high speed. And it's wobbling. Probably about the same, never mind. It's all loose. It's probably going to fall from the ceiling right now. This fan doesn't have a switch for some reason because it was stupid, and I literally wired it in to the same electrical box that is giving power to the garage door openers. Including that silver Sears you see behind you, which has been painted black or whatever. The thing is wobbling like crazy. It absolutely drove John Calme nuts that this center pole fob was hitting the inner side of the lights, but it's, yeah, that's what it looks like the light's on, I guess. Turn it off. Has incandescence in there because that's the only way I want to light my garage up. And my fingers are absolutely burnt from freaking touching it. I thought I had put a freaking LED in there. Is it not working? Apparently the LED I put in there doesn't work. Screw me. I swear this was a working LED and it doesn't even work. No tarnation. I think that's all the fans in this house. I'm not going to show air conditioners or whatever because they don't technically consider it as fans, but they're the ceiling fan and one portable fan in the house. I'm sorry I keep calling them fans and not fans, but I'm not necessarily in that mood. I'm just in my normal outside of fan collecting mood because I do that kind. Thank you very much for watching and keep the breeze.